Hey guys, day 4 of the food stamp challenge. 4 days down, 1 to go. So, after I shot my video yesterday, remember I mentioned in my video that I was still hungry after volunteering at the food bank. I ended up turning the camera off, editing that video, and as while that video was uploading, I went downstairs and I made myself a second dinner. I made 2 more of those frozen burritos. It hit the spot. The problem is I finished my frozen burritos. And those were the burritos that I had set aside for lunch for today. However, something happened today that kind of made up for it. And I'll get to that. So let's start from the beginning. For breakfast, again, living on the edge, and it's out of necessity because my stomach was not getting enough food. I went the double packet again of oatmeal and, of course, had my apple. Commonplace, and that's something I'm probably going to have tomorrow. Not probably, I'm definitely going to have tomorrow. Oatmeal and apple. So I know I have enough of that for tomorrow, my 5th day of the food stamp challenge. For lunch, though, I actually had a work event to go to, and so I got a free lunch. Now, typically a free lunch, to be perfectly honest, is not something that excites me, and that's because lately I've been very particular about my diet of what I was eating. And when you go to a place where they just serve you a lunch, you have no options. You just take what they give you. However, for this particular one, remember I had that double dinner yesterday. I needed to make up a meal, and it was just exciting and great that I had a free lunch. So we went to this hotel, banquet hall, and staring in front of me was like the most gorgeous salad that I've ever seen. Now, was it like super gorgeous from a non-food stamp challenge week standpoint? Absolutely not. But remember, I've been like craving something green. I've been craving produce, and that was great. It was awesome. I licked my plate clean except for the cherry tomatoes because I'm not a big fan of tomatoes. So that was great. I felt awesome. I felt like, man, I got some substance, some real green, some vegetables in my body. Then they brought the main course, and it was 2 pieces of chicken. It was asparagus. I can't remember what the other thing was. But anyway, it was awesome, and I ate it all. Oh, it was like cheesy ziti. It was pasta with sauce and a lot of cheese on top of it. That was really filling. I licked my plate clean. Again, for dessert, they brought cheesecake out. Now, I like me some cheesecake, but I'm lactose intolerant, so it's kind of an issue, right? I don't normally eat the cheesecake. I politely, I can't even talk right now. I politely decline when I normally get cheesecake. However, like I said, I've not had a full meal like this all week. Maxed on that cheesecake. I ate everything in that cheesecake. So I went full salad, full entree, full dessert. I also had a dinner roll. That was nice. Put a little butter on that. Basically, my point is, got a free meal. Totally different perspective getting a free meal like that versus when I'm normally, because I go to events like this maybe, twice a month, normally. Never really thought twice about it. Here's the thing that really disturbed me is at the end of the event, I was watching the people clearing the dishes, and in our case, there were 2 seats in our table that no one sat in, and they took full plates, entrees, as well as dessert, and just had to throw it away. And that really affected me in a way that I did not anticipate, seeing just the waste of that food. I'm not going to lie, I was tempted to go and eat that before I left the table, but I didn't want to call attention to myself doing that, and frankly, my body was not reacting well to a sudden rush of a lot of food. So I thought it was interesting that happened. Had an apple as a snack when I came back to the office. That was around 3 o'clock. And then for dinner, So I felt good because, I had that free lunch, and so I kind of caught myself up. So that made up for that double dinner yesterday. For dinner this evening, remember I had peas still, and I still had eggs, and I still had bread. So I made myself basically an egg sandwich with peas in it. And that actually turned out really well. I toasted the bread, and that just gives it I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a panini, but it was nice to have toasted bread. It was warm, it was crunchy, and the egg and the peas were great. I wish I had some butter. That's the first thing. And I put way more pepper than I normally do because I just needed more flavor. I really wanted some of that butter flavor. However, I thought my dinner turned out pretty well. In fact, some people on Twitter had remarked that it looked pretty good. So that's my day. That's my day 4 update. I also got to go back to the food bank this afternoon and see my friends at the food bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. And that was always nice to talk about what I'm doing and to also hear from them, because a lot of people on staff there are also taking this food stamp challenge with me. So it was great to say hello to whom I consider very close friends now. I got one more day, guys, and I have very little food. I'm a little nervous about that, to be honest. I got to ration what I have left. I have a lot of bread left, and I have 4 eggs left. That's good. I can always make that sandwich for me again. I have a little bit of peas left. And I have some rice left. So I'm out of burritos. I'm out of the frozen meals. I have 2 slices of bologna, but I've been staying away from that because the bologna just doesn't feel right to me right now. So I think I'm doing okay. Thank you so much for watching these videos every night. I really, really appreciate the support. And we got one more day, and I will do my day 5 wrap up of the food stamp challenge tomorrow night.